tell you what's going on today. So last year I started this project. First, let me tell you why I started this project. You've seen my XJ out working. You've seen that every once in a while it meets something that it kind of struggles with. And I was thinking, man, it would be nice if I had something a little bit bigger. I don't want to replace it, but I want something just a little bit bigger for the bigger jobs. And I thought, why not build something cool? So I had this shell of a 1961 Corvair wagon laying around. And I got thinking how cool it would be to build this into an off-road recovery machine. Now I've decided the time is now. I'm trying to get this done before 2021. Wagon will be done before 2021. So anyway, let me tell you really quickly, this is the basic machine. Got a Kingpin Dana 60 in the front, Dana 70 in the rear, LS power plant. Right now it's got a 5.3, probably gonna end up with a 6.0 supercharged, whatever. Got a turbo 400. I'm not gonna be driving this on the freeway. I don't need an overdrive, so the more compact turbo 400. NP 205 for now. We might end up putting an Atlas in it if we need more gear options. But yeah, so this is basically, if you consider that my XJ is a half-ton vehicle, this is a 1-ton vehicle. To kind of get back on track, I haven't touched this thing for about 8 months. And so I've got to figure out where I left off and what we were working on. So today's goal is simply to make a plan and get Rudy started welding. I've tacked a lot of things together on this that aren't permanent. And in the words of Paul Cox from Fab Rats, Rudy's gonna make it permanent today. There's not gonna be much back seat.
That's what I'm worried about.
I think the back seat's not gonna be much more than this. Maybe some razor seats can fit in there, but you're just not gonna have a ton of leg room. It won't be too bad. Here, Lizzie, let's wash this out.
Like this?
Put your feet down, though. Yeah, I don't know.
There, we gotta have clearance for this.
Yeah, the floor ain't gonna be very low.
Lizzie's a terrible person to have in there. She's small. Move.
Randy, we're trading spots.
I thought XJ was bad.
Is it worse than the XJ?
Yeah.
Well,
My goodness.
I guess I don't even need to be in this seat. Look at that. Hey, this seat is not bolted in.
You guys look like crash test dummies.
Let's do some recon here. Let's figure out where we're at, what we've been doing.
Wow, it's working on itself. Okay, you've got like 2 inches. Whoa, a little more. Whoa.
Okay, what are we hitting?
So there's a wiring harness at the bottom of the block, and a couple other little, like your vent on the top of your diff.
it's actually that bolt right there.
That's the
Well, it's just a vent.
Oh. So, I mean, that's absolute maximum
Yeah.
right there compression, because
You want to be hitting the end of your bump stops.
yeah,
right here.
that's like, oh man, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Is there any way to clearance that engine a little more?
Whoa.
Yeah, we're gonna raise it
Another
I
inch.
love this height.
Yeah.
That's bottom height, though.
I know, I love it. So I'm gonna be jumping this thing all the time, making this height.
Forever.
Righty loose and righty tighty, so I'm screwing down.
I would do these probably 1 inch, ½ inch, 1 inch. I would do this in its entirety. Definitely weld that together, because that's going to add a significant amount of strength. And when we put these plates on, we're going to have to cut a hole in the plate so we can plug weld this. We can do it to these ones if we want to. It's cleaner to plug weld them than to try to get in here.
Yeah.
So get some cardboard and start making a big old pattern. Let's take care of all of the welding we can take care of and build those rear spring pockets and the stuff like that. Well, Ed, it's almost derby season. Are those exact enough for patterns?
So what was with the 2 and 1?
I don't really know the reason, but I have a guess. That's just how I've always done it. I've always been told to do it. But if one weld fails, it will just let the one weld fail,
and stop at that weld. It won't continue across. But if the one weld fails at one end, then it'll crack all the way through the weld. But I don't know. That's just a guess.
They're stronger than one. A stitch is stronger than a solid weld. How would that make any freaking sense? Some sort of a pattern. Do what I need to do. What's up?
Getting closer. I can actually cut everything but there.
Just do them with the plasma cutter and just make them look ugly. They're not ugly. Not if you do it right. It's kind of an artistic. You need to weld all those. Both ends of every rod have not been welded. They're literally pressed in with a ton of force. These are gonna need some sort of a gusset underneath there. Now here's a thing though. 0?
Yep.
Oh, I did those before I had an angle finder. I want you guys to know that. Okay, so Rudy, when you do this up here, you may want to take a bigger piece of pipe and
Pop it down.
and weld it in here, so that this plate, when it goes up there, you can weld it to this and then all the way around there. And then you're gonna weld it to this, and that'll give it put the pressure over a little bit. I don't think there's much more engineering up there than there is back here. I think it's pretty much the same engineering. I think we're set up about where we want to be on these, and if that's the case, then we can cut these top off, which is going to be better. We're going to drill holes in the floor all over the place and plug weld this all together. We're going to build a hoop over this, Rudy, that's pretty substantial. The transmission tunnel. We've got to build a hoop up there, put ribs on it, stretch the metal over it.
Needs to go right there. This goes up to there. It'll be beautiful. Okay. People are gonna ask, can you build a car without a tape measure? We'll find out. It's not done yet.
So I got talking to Rudy about some of the work that I've done on the front, and he thinks that we should cut it out and start over. I agree with him. So today you're gonna see us replace the front frame rails and a few other things.
There's only 4 more welds.
What are you talking about, Randy?
What did I miss?
So I built a majority of them, or maybe all of them while you're gone. Welded them in, welded these brackets completely in, finished welding these in, finished welding these in, and now just recently welded all those.
Completely re-engineered the front.
Yeah, we completely re-engineered the front end.
That's gonna get bombed in right there.
Nice.
So I need it welded and welded. Do it.
Like flush with the back?
Yeah, tight, tuck it in there. Our limiting strap's gonna hang off of this. So when you're done with that, we're gonna put another one right underneath it. This is your patterns for this. I would put this in before you put the bottom piece. Anyway, that'll keep you very busy, and I'll be back later. I had a question or an answer. Here's this bolt. I need this bolt, probably from Tractor Supply or Ace. Schultz's doesn't have grade 8s. I want a grade 8, but it needs to be this long because this one was too long, remember?
Good morning, Rowdy.
Good morning.
I'm here to pester you.
What's going on?
We are building. So we just buy a lot of stuff from you until we have enough parts to build it.
That is the list.
MORR shop. Oh, these came in a box. Yeah. Supposed to be ASMR or something. Wasn't.
Good.
Could you twist that down?
Like so.
That's pretty good. Good enough. I'm trying to feel this welder still. Every welder seems to be a little bit different and the settings seem to be different on every one of them. So I'm trying to get a good groove to make him strong and look pretty, because I like pretty welds, but I haven't seen it yet. So I'm still trying different patterns.
The last two you were doing circles.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave this structure here because it's actually important. But we're gonna cut it flat, probably cut it perfectly flat with this frame on both sides, and then plate it all together.
Okay. Hey, I have a question for you. That chocolate bar in the fridge
Yeah?
from Colorado.
It's Mom's. If you weld good, I'll let you have a piece of it.
Have I been welding good?
Look at this. Colorado.
We know.
So we had an awesome fan bring this Colorado scripted chocolate. And Rudy wants a bite of it really bad, but I want Jamie to have a bite of it first.
Randy, you want a shot?
Sure.
Oh, I burned holes all over the place, Rudy.
Oh.
Why is it doing that? I was putting the heat in that and it was melting away still.
Put too much into it. We'll try again.
Okay, how did you do this over here?
It was too wide, so it was getting too hot, so I kept blowing through. And so I slowed down, and you can like just on, off, and just build kind of a bridge.
Ah.
You pause long enough for the previous bridge to cool, and then you go across it again. And it'll be hot again. And it'll be too hot to go back over, so you pause, and then once it's ready, you can go back over it again. The pull from when you're pausing, you can pull across it.
So there's going to be 3 pieces of metal. There's going to be this metal, and then the metal that bends up, and then a flat piece right here. But before we put this flat piece in, we need to run our verticals up.
Yeah.
And then on these verticals, this middle, I would run, you probably only need to run 4, but give me like 13 inches right here, or 12 inches or something like that.
Okay.
We just brought a lot of weight to add to this.
Yep.
This thing's gonna be over 5,000 pounds.
Bigger tires will make up for the 1,000 pounds.
And 500 horsepower. Thousands of hours of work. Why is this not fucking?
No, it isn't.
So what we originally did is the front frame rail, which wasn't nearly significant enough to carry this motor, we started plating it, reinforcing it, ended up getting too kludge even for me. So we're taking it out and starting over. Okay, we kind of need to copy that. Do you think that's going to be a good enough pattern?
Yes.
That's all original.
Yeah, I had to cut this much of the original off anyway, but I worked hard to put it back together, but
I'm sorry.
it's garbage. It's just garbage. That's what we're trying to make. So, do you think you can do it with pie cuts? Okay. We just jumped into a pool here. Like this has to go right, because I don't want to modify it after we build it.
I think we'll be okay.
Is yours level or is it twisted?
It's twisted right now.
How did those twists? We worked hard not to twist them. Hold it off the frame like 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm gonna push it into that back metal so it can't slide. Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when I'm level in the front. This thing is just floating in space, and wherever we put it is where it goes.
Yeah, your steering pin is way off right now, which makes your tire move funny. This one seems more awkward shaped than the first one.
If it rubs
It'd only
once in a while,
be. That's perfect.
completely happy with it.
That literally is your foot.
I can move the metal. I mean, have you seen what we did back here?
Yeah, I can move the metal.
Okay, let's pull it out and see if there's a way to get the twist out of it. I think these compound angles is what is twisting us.
Maybe your eyeball was off because it looks fairly good there.
It's not. No. Do we have enough to make 2 of these if we don't mess up?
I don't know the answer to that.
We might be buying another stick of this though. Everybody close your eyes. It fits. It's taller. I like this a lot better. I know it's going to be fine. There's a lot of elevation drop right there. This is going to go to right there. Closely. This tells me that my elevation is perfect. I know I'm not hitting the end of this with the tire, but am I hitting this with the tire? Whew. So that was a long day, and it was hard. I think these front frame rails were the right way to go. The other one was getting so kludged and convoluted. It was just not gonna work. Hopefully we can meet our target date of having this done by January 1st, 2021. Let me show you what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we got the motor, we got both these new frame rails put in. Remember how bad the other ones were. And the motor is set. Motor mounts are done, transmission mount is done. That's pretty much it.
What do you think, Ed?
I think it's quite a project. Putting a lot of steel on there. More weight. No plans for it, so we just gotta figure and measure everything out. Not easy.
You happy with that? You gotta think of every single thing all the time, or else you'll build something you'll have to take it apart again.
Which we also do.
Which we do. There they are, they're stuck. Let's go get them out, Rudy. Snap! What did we break? Okay, we'll mount the seats when we're done with the floor. You know, a separate frame and body. All these panels that we put on are structural, so that's why we got to do all this spot welding. So we bought a kit from Summit. It's the computer and the complete wiring harness for this year of 5.3. Plug and play. We're trying to get as much space as feasibly possible for Randy's feet back here. And it's gonna be this wide.
That's nice of you.
But your feet can go.
Wear narrower shoes, bro.
Yeah, but I need boots. Didn't you hear me?
Can go under
The seat.
under the seat.
There's no room
In theory.
What was the problem?
You look cozy, Rudy. Now scoot your butt this way about 3 inches.
Problem is, I'm sitting on the bar. If I scoot it 3 inches, I'm not sitting in the car anymore.
Okay, get set up to cut the thin floor. That sure ain't fitting very good. Okay, so break it at 1 inch.
Does that look about right?
1 inch. That's really close.
Okay, we need to get this in place. We need to draw lines where all this stuff is, drill holes. So if you want to just dominate this piece for a second. Man, you're drilling some big holes for plug welding.
Doesn't that look pretty? Don't look too close.
This is awesome. This is my twin stick for the transfer case. Nice. Look at this thing. Chip food.
I don't know him with that.
Open that. See what's in there.
Wow, look at that thing.
I'm putting 2 of these in here. Just mount them like that. They'll just go like that. Vertically. Okay, I'm going to engineer this for a second.
Boy, that poses a bit of an issue.
That's
It's got to come in farther up here. 'Cause
yeah.
if we cut that off.
It's okay. That's actually okay. Let's see the seat layback. Okay, that's almost perfect layback. We have to get different seats. We'll get different seats.
Now it's like a rocket and it slides forward up into this.
It's okay. Every seat's mounted that way, front high.
Not this high.
Well, let me go look at it. Yeah, that's too high.
That's where you had me.
Go back. Rock up just a little bit. Right there is where it needs to be. We can live with that. I'm just going to sheet that up and then we'll make that chair fit. Okay, get out.
Woo-wee!
You like touching stuff that's hot, don't you? I like it, Randy. It's that I love it. We've just been working on this floor, the transmission tunnel, and now today we're going to be working on the firewall, tying all that together and sealing it off. Coming right along. So this is going to be kind of a complex piece because it's a trapezoid. It leans over that way. It's got more of an angle on this side than the side. You'll have to figure it out. Then come over to this side. You've got this piece to put in.
If he's gone, I can convince you to lower it.
These are all right, let me see. Wait, you jump out of there. I don't know what the difference could possibly be. If your feet were here, there's a difference. There's a big difference. 2 inches.
Yeah,
But your feet are here. And so the difference, I want to show you how much you're gaining right there. 1/4 inch. Okay, so we are exactly 3 1/8. So you will literally gain 1/4 of an inch of foot clearance.
Sit in it and put both feet in the well. So see how the leg's laying over it and hitting right there?
But you're not.
But that's not going to change.
We can't change that side because that's where the exhaust runs through.
We've set the seat in here, and your foot
This
can
foot
go
can go
all the way
That
under
foot
the-
can?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I missed that.
The comfort level from there to there is just, there's just no difference. I'm not seeing it. Let's tack this other side in. Where did it go? Right there. You want me to start cutting out your bottom piece?
What bottom piece was that?
The floorboard, the hill kick?
If you absolutely want to, I've got all the measurements and stuff figured out. I just need to get the angles. Like I've started on it already.
Okay, let's keep doing it then.
You can do that side though. I didn't want to do it very good either.
Yeah. Frustrating how not really we wanted to do
You've
it.
got gaps on both sides of yours.
Me? That's what the hammer's for.
Tractor went away today, so
What do you mean it went away?
We gotta get the seat mounted before we mount this.
okay, let's right now.
Do we have the steering wheel yet? No. Did you buy one?
Okay.
Big one?
Well, I got an email.
Sort of. So today, one of the things that I'm doing is just organizing all this stuff. We have lots of fabrication stuff, but we don't know exactly where it all is and what we've all got. So I'm taking a second, stepping back, brake. Rudy's working on some structural stuff on the body.
Yep.
We're kind of beefing it up, kind of more industrial style repairs instead of like auto body repairs, but it's going to fit the build really nice.
Sure will. So, if you see here, there's two pieces of metal here and they go all the way up, and that's where it's pinch welded together, and that's where the structure is. But this was so rusted out that it lost its structural integrity. So I'm building these plates, which will also go over, and I'll be able to pinch them together. These bottom rust holes, the car has enough structure after we get the rock sliders in that those will be obsolete. But yes, originally when this car was put together, that would have been kind of a key thing to have, is the rockers in place.
Yeah.
Your son's definitely better at welding than you.
I accept that challenge.
It's not a challenge, it's a compliment, remember?
No. Two kinds of structural build. So there's structural for all-out strength, like getting hit with a hammer, and then the tiny microscopic vibrations that happen over a period of time.
Well, we
So-
can do both.
So derby welding is hammer stuff. Like you would weld it together where if you put it in a car and drove it down the road, it'd fall apart in 40,000 miles. All the welds would crack, everything would break.
You like it?
I like it.
That side looks way better.
I just pulled him out.
You just touched it and it was hot? Oh my goodness, why did you touch it? I've been working on this for the past 30 minutes.
That's literally my job. You're taking my job, Randy. Living in the desert like this is what happens to cars. They don't rust, just all the soft spots kind of turn to rock and then they turn to dust. We got a windshield order. So we went all over the world to find somebody who had a windshield. We found one in New York. And they're shipping it there. Carefully in that RV too, somewhere. Very carefully, not precariously put, not crammed over or around something. Just carefully find a slot and just slide it right in there. I got a lot of Corvair stuff. I need to quit hoarding.
What the heck is that?
Steering, I bet.
Open it up, we're all dying to know.
You might not have a sharp knife after
They packaged that pretty good, didn't
Yes, they did. Do you know what these look like? Hair curlers.
Yeah, they kind of do.
Those are hair curlers.
I knew it.
So it's this bar across here with these joints, and then the other bar going to the steering box.
But there's some cleanup to do in there. I might give that to it. No wonder those aren't pressing out of there. They were glued in.
Gonna use this size then?
Yeah. 2.5 inch exhaust.
Nice.
I'm thinking about working on shocks right now. So that's
You want that tacked?
gonna go right there. Let's just tack this in place and see what we got. Okay, so I'm expecting that to move into there. Are you lowering it? Yeah, we're coming down gently, slow, Lizzie.
That was sooner than expected.
Honestly, we just go straight and curve down.
And clear it completely. That's it.
Wow, these shocks have a lot of trouble. That's perfect.
So we need to drill a hole in that so that that can thread into it and tighten up.
Perfect.
We decided to make this nut permanent because it's blind back there. You can't get back there and get it. And then the fact that this is the right amount to hold it off from the frame. So we're just holding it off the frame and then we're just using that rod to fill the gap.
Yep. Maybe we came out almost the same height, Rudy.
I planned that.
All right, so let's catch you up to speed on where we're at. So right now, Rudy's just finishing up the mount for the steering box. Floor is almost done. Got a few more little things to fill up. Today we're gonna be putting in the front hoop for the roll cage. But before we do that, I'm going to be building the structure for the receiver and the mount for the gas tank. And I think if we can get that done, the steering done, and the roll cage done, we're gonna have a full day. Well, okay, stop for a second, Rudy. I'm gonna just set this tank in.
Is that at the right height?
It's perfect.
He has an amazing ability to just like, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Wild, yes.
So what we're trying to figure out right now is there's not a lot of space here. We got this 20-gallon fuel cell, and I don't want to go any smaller than that, and I don't want to spend the money for like a custom shaped one, which I don't think would really change much anyway. We just don't have a lot of room back here. So we've got to make the hitch strong enough back here and mount the fuel tank. So I was just talking to Rudy about we're probably going to run some frame rails, some tubing underneath here that'll tie into key structures and still have room for exhaust.
Hope it all fits.
There you go. Oh, this is looking so much better. We did it. That's it. More parts. Look at that little booster. We might be able to upgrade to an 8-inch. Okay, let's look at this. They go about right there.
Do we want to measure at all?
In a minute, we're gonna set the tank in a second. Okay, so that was right there. So let's come in this way about there.
I'm happy with that. Perfect.
What? He's acting like this doesn't happen all over, everywhere USA.
It's like it needs to go here, welded it.
Yeah.
And then it's level.
I don't even care if they're right on the money or not. So I'm thinking I'll just come straight up from this with light gauge, and then we'll have to come over to this. But it'll probably have to be down a little bit to do that because of the step.
The local drivetrain gears.
I do not recommend doing this. This is not an easy project. This is not an LS swap. It's not a four-wheel drive conversion.
It is a full four-wheel drive LS buggy. that we're making nice with a cab.
So Rudy, come here. Need these holes filled. Rust proof it. Throw a piece of metal in there and then just weld it. I want to test your skills right there. I need you to fix that one.
Changed your mind, huh?
Yeah.
It was not passable.
Oh, that's fine. Have you already made the point that you have never done body work before?
Yep.
And we don't have body working tools?
Yep. I can't grind that center one at all. Zero.
You can't get in there?
Yep. Perfect. If you have rusty rocker panels, I highly recommend
Body man?
doing nothing about it. No, don't even try. Don't even. You're not allowed to touch that.
Cut the end of my finger off just barely.
Where's your gloves? And your safety glasses?
How'd you cut your finger off?
I don't know. He won't say. I think he's embarrassed.
Oh, I cut it with this box here. Will that cutting wheel go through it?
Cut it with a box cutter.
That rotated? Yeah. Just keep this from breaking my hand. So grab the tie rod and kind of push it down. There we go. Yeah.
I want to break your hand.
No kidding. All right, you can drop it now. So we got it all rust proofed and stuff in there.
How far up do you run that? Like that? Flush with that?
You tell me.
Looks good. I'm tacking it.
So now we've got to tie the fenders into this. I feel like we've cut this hole too big.
Don't say weave. It was him.
We're a team.
I'll take blame for it, but for not stopping you. I walked in the shop, I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm cutting the fenders out. So, it's kind of a weird situation because I'm super stoked about the project. I'm really excited about getting done. Just kind of tired of working on it. Everywhere I look, there's stuff to do, and we just need to get it finished, but it has to be, like, you can't just do one complete thing because you have to keep checking for other things, so.
Are we ahead on any of these other things?
Did that stress you out? I actually feel pretty good about it. It's just got to start working on it somewhere. Is this heavy enough for the fenders? Morning, Ed. A little warmer in here than normal.
A little bit,
Yeah.
Heating up your steel, huh?
Yeah. This big gap back here gets filled with body panel. So that's body work. We'll build the fenders first and then build the body to it. Do you really want to follow the headlights like this? Or
Yes.
do you want to go straight down?
Let me show you. I know it's an early model, but it follows the headlight. Or that's what I meant. It's a late model. And it looks beautiful.
I see it. That complicates it.
I know, but I know it's gonna really make or break it. I'll do it on my free time.
Whatever you think you can do. So we're waiting for those other materials. You want to mess with the roll bar right now then?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're going to learn something here so we get the other bend perfect. Well, it was good. It used to have a good handle. That's not too bad, is it, Ed? To sit there by the fire. I think we're still How many times did you pump that?
700 times.
Okay. So we're going to be moving this back because I'm looking for width here. And remember, this roll bar is for flops, not for desert racing where you're going end over end at 90 miles an hour. This is a low speed flop protection.
Which the Corvair was designed for that anyway.
Yep, designed for the, anyway. Let's cut these at 19 and a half.
And then cut them again.
And then we'll cut the angle if we need. Okay, we need a little more bend.
You already know. Let's move the dash. And then we'll play it on top of that.
Sleeve it, you mean? We'll figure it out. That's what we do, we figure it out. Okay, Rudy, cut this.
I don't know exactly where this goes, but I like that. That looks good.
How did I eyeball it? Not too shabby, huh?
Gonna get some flack for that. That's not how you quench metal.
Close.
Close to what?
Being able to hammer on.
No, you could have hammered them on before.
Oh, wow.
We did demolition derby for a lot of years. Our wins depended on how well our welds were. Our lives were on the line. If our welds failed, we either died or lost. So, you know, our welds are pretty substantial.
There's some trim pieces that are going to have to be modified now. That's mighty 30. This bar is a lot stronger than this. And I know we're adding some weight to this project. And I'm sure someone's going to fight me on this, but these are the toughest domestic body for a passenger car possibly to ever come out of Detroit. We'll get me two identical jack stands. Okay, Lindsay, stand up there on that. That's close enough for fingers. Hang on. This looks so much wider. What about it's too big. So that's 1 inch everywhere. We've got room to make more. I like it a lot.
Where are you gonna put right here?
Body.
Looks like you cut a little too much
We-
out.
He doesn't want to
Everybody's
talk about
being polite and not saying anything about it. It doesn't look bad, does it?
Hope I don't slip.
I think we can make that work.
Getting our butts kicked.
We are. The schedule's killing us. We're in this shop 14 hours a day and we're falling behind schedule.
But we're pushing. We're really going for that goal of January.
We are. Oh, so we got these fenders done. They're not done. We got them installed, partially installed. Been doing the inner fenders. There's just engineering. It's really boring, but there's just so much engineering because we got to get fresh air from here to here and have a tire here. So we're building a chase here for it to go in. This is the fresh air for the AC system. So this inner fender is almost finished. There's little things to do here and there, but it is, all the panels are in place. Here's where I'm at. People who know me know not to bet against me. On a time schedule, it's safe to bet against me.
We're packing M&M's on top of the city.
Wow.
another one.
This is the last one? Third one.
Third one.
That's a nice big window, huh? It's not very tall.
Let it
though.
fall.
Is that it? The window or the door?
So this was an area I was worried about right here.
Is this where you can put your AC unit?
Base, sort of. So back here's going to be a box that has my two fans. Let me show you. Let me walk you through this. I'm going to screw this to this. Okay? Little tiny screws. Glue it. Silicone. Screw it. Glue it. Yep. I'm actually going to build this out here for just the bolt tube. And so I'll have one fan here, and this one will duct into that. And I mean, it'll be a box, so no dust can get in it. So I got a hose from here to an adapter that goes through the wall. So two short little things. So I'll effectively be getting 25% fresh air all the time when the fans are.
But the moment you get up to right here, it's just rotted.
So what I do when I'm fabricating is I imagine something in my head, like how I want it to look and how I want it to turn out. Then I weigh that against the tools that I have and the skill that I have and how much time it's going to take to make that happen. Is it really worth my time? And then I find a balance between what I wanted to do and what I'm able to do. You kind of don't even start out with a plan. You have an idea or a style in your head, and then as you start to fabricate it, you'll start making little tweaks. You'll pivot, if you will. And sometimes it ends up looking exactly like you had it in your mind, and sometimes it's a little bit different. But we always try to make it functional and stylish. There's an excellent idea, Jim. I'm just getting ready to brace the steering column. The factory has 2 points up here that came down, and I'm going to reuse those top mounts, but this bottom's got to be a little custom. So we're going to build a thing to do it, and we're going to build it out of this. Okay, Rudy, will you hold that up and help me get this lined up? There's a part of this process, and maybe I've mentioned it before, and it seems like you're not getting anything done, and you're just looking and looking, and you're thinking about the processes, and you're thinking about how they're going to work and how they're going to interact with each other, and how they're going to interact on the trail, or when it's raining, or when it gets really hot, or when it's really cold. You got to think about all those things, and so I do spend a lot of time just seemingly doing nothing. It's really frustrating if somebody's here and they're in a hurry to go somewhere. And I just want to look at it. The first time in a year that we've been able to push this outside of the shop with a steering wheel instead of kicking these front tires.
Where do you want it? To the side of that other one?
We'll take it clear down as close as you can to the garbage, but by them cardboard boxes down there.
This might be entry recovery rig.
Closer.
It fits them really good.
All right, right there. Step on the brakes.
What do you think of this thing, Ed?
It's nice. Like an armored car.
Oh.
So we're here at Fabrat's shop. There's Paul. So look at this. Let me show you what what's in store for you. Wow. So I know I'm not planning on doing exhaust, but if everything goes good, we'll at least start it. Okay. So this is what I was thinking. We'll unload it, start pulling the motor, and then I will pull out the pieces that we need in the order we need them, so we don't just put a whole bunch of stuff in there and then we can't find it, can't remember whether it's in the truck or where we put it in your shop. So I'm going to try to keep this truck as a organization bin. Sounds good.
If you want to watch the rest of this build while we're here for the weekend, you can go watch this happen on Fabrat's channel. We'll go over in depth what we're doing more. So go check them out.
So we're here on day 2 at Fab Rat's shop, getting stuff done. So we've been getting all the underside of this done and the firewall done. Everything inside here, we got these nice covers in place. Another nice cover there. So we're in a hurry to get everything done that the engine and transmission was keeping us from getting to. While that's been happening, we've kind of been ignoring Paul over here. He rebuilt the transmission, painted it Easy Does It green. Just a thumb in my eye. And then there's the transfer case. Pretty sure that's never going to be the same again. Now it's going to be better. We got these awesome brackets right here. Hey, these were made for Papa Dar's Jeep right there. But I hijacked them.
How do you want these welded on? You want them straight, tip,
I
whatever?
I think straight and pretty close to this end will be just fine. We are getting the shock towers. I guess these are technically struts.
Yeah, they're orange struts.
Ori struts. And I think Ori pronounces their company ORI, but man, that's a lot of work. I don't care if you put these straight up and down or if you follow the angle of this. I don't think it's going to make one bit of difference. Oh, it's about time to start cleaning up this shop.
Alright, so we're rebuilding the transfer case for the old Corvair. It's going to be twin sticked, so you can run 2 low or front wheel dig if you need to. We're about to get all the parts cleaned up and try to piece it back together.
Perfect. Take that jack up. The more it cools, the closer it gets. End of the day?
End of the day. We actually did more than we planned, just different stuff, really. They'll get it finished. Hope the training works.
Me too. We're back to work here on the wagon project.
Well, when we back to work.
We've never stopped.
So we went to Fab Rat's this weekend, and we did a couple things. We pulled the motor, transmission and transfer case, and we had Paul rebuild the transmission and transfer case. And while we were there, we also got to put our strut mounts in.
So while Paul was rebuilding the engine and transmission, Rudy was just under this, finishing the firewall and finishing the transmission tunnel. So that's 100% welded now.
Yes.
Today, Rudy's gonna finish up the back fenders, and we've got Trevor coming back. You guys, a lot of you know who Trevor is. He's gonna come back and start helping us on this today. So we're gonna put him on various things under the dash, the shifter, just working on that kind of stuff. So let me show you what I'm thinking here. A little bit darker gray and a little bit more winter yellow. What if we did that?
Yeah, what if we did that to your trucks too? You know, that looks slick.
Good morning, Trevor.
Morning. Okay, Trevor, let's catch you up to speed. Okay, I need you to pull a Jeep seat out of whatever Jeep is out there, that tangerine one, just the passenger seat.
Okay.
Then I've got a bunch of under dash stuff. So those cans have all the fasteners that came from this. So I need you to dig through them and find the ones that go in here and mount the defroster. You'll mount the wiper stuff. Rudy's car's here as a reference.
Okay.
Those seat tracks over there just need to be cleaned up and inspected and ready for the upholstery when we come back. And then I need this shifter installed on the transmission. To organize this however you like. If you don't want to mess with the seat tracks, you're free to stack them out of the way. Those can just go clear back in the corner where the other bright work.
The last one out of 20 pieces. And then you just gotta spot weld all those holes and then
For the rest of my life.
weld and weld and weld and weld and weld.
Steering column is in the way.
Is that the right angle?
I need you to hold that flat and hold that flat there. Or actually, I can hold it flat there. Just need someone to hold it flat. There you go.
I think we're fine.
How come that's going uphill so bad?
You can fill it. Wow, that was weird. Whoa, what is in there?
Lead?
Why I do the start-stop zaps is because it's a thinner gauge metal, and doing that greatly reduces the heat put into it. And since metal warps with heat, I don't want that. So doing that cuts down on the heat of it. And since this is a final process, it's just easier to control the joints in between. So let me go get a wire brush and I'll grind between that. Going like that just blends it a little bit better. But when I do finally stop, when this weld reaches that weld, there'll be one on top. And I placed them underneath every other rivet intentionally.
Looking good. Our seats are off at upholstery. So I'm trying to figure out.
What are you doing wrong?
Yeah, it's just not. So I'm gonna have to use my imagination. We've got tons of room here though. That's all we needed to know.
I'm not gonna measure this. I don't know if that's right.
Well, you didn't make this line on there.
I didn't need to because I marked off
Yeah.
the edge. Gonzo.
Why'd you cut that out, Rudy?
Because the Corvair was not a front engine car and was not designed to have air go through a solid sheet of metal. So we had to cut it out to put something else in to let air in. Drill will go in there and I'll cut it to match that, both sides, and hopefully it looks alright. More work to do now. That'll go in there just like that. Look at that.
I like it, Rudy.
Yeah.
We're gonna want the bolt through the other way if it will go. Maybe it won't.
What?
Okay. That's the lever down.
Reverse, neutral, drive, second.
Does it work?
Of course it works.
As far as Corvair grills go, this one looks okay.
It's got a Cadillac look to it because the Cadillacs had that French
That
thing
setback,
grill.
yeah.
Here, hold that in place. Let me get something else for you. Well, it's supposed to go right there, and I think we should. We'll just modify the length of it, put it in there, problem solved. That looks good. So we want it higher than lower anyway, because the winch is going to kind of take up some space here. Front end's coming together. Good job, Rudy.
You had doubts.
Ooh, we got some sloppy there.
I don't think that's tightened up because I knew we were taking it off.
Where's the jam nuts on those? We need to put
They're
those
on one end. They're on there.
Oh, they're just not threaded all the way?
Yeah.
Awesome. It's coming together.
It's a weird
Look at that, Rude. Look how close the tolerances that we built this to are just amazing.
Yeah, we knew. That's why we had to fix this one.
Alright, so come in here and check this out. So we've got the twin stick shifter in and the transmission shifter in. We did a little bit of we're changing the brackets a little bit to make the exhaust fit better and get us a little bit better geometry on the 4-link. Not big changes, just little tweaks. And then Rudy worked on the fenders. He's got these welded up. And then he was working on the grill. Am I the only one that thinks this looks so cool? That Corvair grill on there. 3D, man. Like that. Under there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Probably up there like that. We'll figure it out. It's gonna look good. Good morning. It's another day of working on the wagon. So grill and fenders today for Rudy. The rest of us are gonna be working on other stuff. Brackets, suspension, boring stuff that we have to do right, unfortunately.
You making any progress with those tools?
Yeah.
It's a little more rounder.
So you're gonna weld some nuts or something to the back of that?
Yeah.
Man, that is some precision work. Did you see that? We do it right because we do it twice.
Yeah, he said that yesterday.
That's
It sounds
so
awesome. We gotta cut this out so this sits where it should sit.
You leaving the frame out?
Yeah, I'll leave whatever kind of
Yes, so, okay, let me explain what's going on. So, what I'm doing now is, since these are where the bumper goes, I need to notch it out to fit the bumper where it originally mounted. And these may or may not be too long. And so when we get the winch mounted, the winch may actually stick forward in front of the bumper, and if that's the case, then I would like this to continue to build the cross member for the winch.
Flawless. This might actually clear the tire. The tire might turn inside of it.
It might.
So we definitely can't have these wrapping around this far.
Yeah.
We've got to cap them somehow. Yeah, let's cut them out. What are these for?
These are little brackets that are going on behind the gas tank there on the...
Strengthen up the mount.
Yep.
Okay, tell me how far in.
Right there.
All right. I think we can take this top off and do amazing things.
Yeah. Goes up in there, and then you spin that.
Oh,
behind
beautiful.
the
See?
bumper.
It worked, Rudy.
So it's a hassle to flip it, but still less than bolting and unbolting a whole winch. And we still did form before function. This is, Tom, this is gonna fit up against the bumper, and this lever swings in here, behind the bumper. So it's kind of a pain to get to, but worth it, totally.
If we have to.
Nope.
No!
Oh, showing this hood and start dropping parts in.
This is getting intense.
I'm ready to put this thing together.
What are you doing for radiator mounts?
So I'm gonna build the brackets to set it in, and they'll be oversized. And then I'll set some sort of spacers in there, or who knows what.
You go off
and then I'll
somewhere?
Nope. And then I'll fill it full of silicone, and I'll wrap this with saran wrap and just set it in there. And
Like little molds?
Yep. And then I'll pull it out and
Burn the saran
wrap off with the torch really fast.
The silicone
And if there's spacers, if they're metal spacers or whatever I use, I dig those out, and then it just sits in the silicone.
If
Have
you
you
just
done that before? Does it work pretty good?
if you just put the spacers in the middle, you won't have to. The whole
Oh
bottom
yeah,
is-
you're right.
And then I'll do the same on the top.
That was the most sarcastic, boring. Yeah, you're right. I've ever heard.
Well, there's lots of
Oh,
ways
yeah,
to
you're right.
there's lots of ways to skin a cat. This is supposed to be a pusher fan.
Is it not?
Well, it says fan rotation is this way. And if that's the
What,
case,
you just wire it the other way.
Turn on.
it's a puller. They sent us the wrong fan.
Switch.
We definitely ordered a pusher.
Can you switch the deposit?
It's a fan. The blades are not designed to do that. Moving almost no air. My question is, do I want a 16 or do I want a 14?
What size is that one?
16. That'll move a lot of air and keep that AC nice and cool. This is the primary function of this is the AC. Look how much room we have for AC condensers and radiators.
Think that's enough?
No, we want exactly where you drew.
That ought to do it. Okay, so I've got to shove this one back. So I'm going to go. What am I going to do? I'm going to go 1/4 of a turn back. Okay. How's that? Opinion on this.
It's getting really close.
So it's another day's end, and we've been working on this project all day long without much of a break. We got some stuff done. We got the winch finished up this morning. We got the rear receiver done this afternoon. Now I'm just kind of messing with alignment, making sure everything's right before we take it all apart. Got a few more things left before paint, but just working at it. Today we're going to be working on the rock sliders.
We're gonna start disassembling it, I guess.
Maybe we'll start disassembly today. So we can we're just going to be finishing up details. Stay tuned and you'll see what we do on this today.
Yeah, because we don't even know.
We don't even know.
So you might be wondering why we're putting these on when these other rock sliders / boat sides are on here. And that's for the reason that we have to run exhaust and we don't want to crush it. The route we have to run exhaust is pretty close to the outside. And we're just trying to keep it protected with this piece and, you know, kind of clean this edge up a little bit. So now you know.
I'm worried about this. We need this to tie back together really tight. And then we need the bottom of this to tie over here somewhere. But this is coming along.
I thought you said that was the exhaust for his car.
You said that. This is my defroster It's just gonna plug right on the front of it. You won't ever see this. And then the hose is hooked to it. I'm in the process of making the problem worse or better. I don't know yet. Somebody been cutting the crap out of my table.
I have not. You don't have to believe that, but
I'm not blaming anybody. I didn't know anything. Okay, Rudy, here's one here you can tack in. This needed to go down is the problem with tacking that.
I will make it fit.
What do we got left to do? Everything?
Why did you even draw on them in the first place? I know exactly what they are because they're on the car.
I wanted them all to be on the right thread end. So I put the mark on the end I wanted them welded on. So these three need to be written on this end. This one needs to be written on this end.
Oh, so those are backwards back there. Then.
Yeah, those are all on backwards. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't want it off. I just, off. No, just the front. I said take one side off, not both ends off. I know an old trick. Am I on?
You're barely on that one on the other side too, Matt. Be careful.
Oh, go up a little bit more. A little bit. Right there.
So we've got a tiny bit of grinding we can do, but essentially that's where we're at. Okay, so we're gonna do it hot.
We should keep a counter. How many times Matt has burned his hand on this build?
Okay, Rudy, this needs to be
2.5.
2 and 9/16.
Like
Where are we putting everything?
in that. Well, that room was open. That would be the perfect spot for it, right?
Yeah, we can.
Everything needs to go up there. Every single thing. We can't just throw it around. The other one's over here.
Hey everybody, look what I did. I just got the steering box out.
Without any cutting, that's amazing.
Rudy, I need you to get enough straps, even if you have to rob the off-road trailer, to get this completely secured to that pallet so we can manhandle it.
As long as nobody body tackles it.
I'm tempted, but you know.
Yep, we're specifically talking about you.
I know.
Get any ideas? Should I just slide this in there?
Hey, let it down. Slow down, stop! You're gonna go too far.
Oh, easy, champ. Bill's about to get right to the floor down there. A little further. Both stop.
That's as far as we need to go almost.
That's good. Right there. I like that.
Rudy, where are you welding at?
Putting plugs in
here.
these.
Oh. Only welding accent.
All right, so it's been a long day. It's not over yet, but we got the drivetrain completely out and the axle, suspension, everything actually. And then we're just finishing up looking for things we forgot to weld or need to be polished or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. It's Monday morning. I worked on this car all Saturday. We'll go over that stuff, but then Sunday I was just itching to get out here and work on it, but I didn't. So now we're here Monday. We're ready to hit this thing hard because we need to get it out of the shop today for the sandblaster. I'm not going to go over all the little details we got to do. Just keep watching. You'll see what we're working on.
Kind of clear out there.
I like it like that though. So you're thinking about just cutting that out of the hood, and are we riveting this on?
We can rivet. At that point, we can rivet that because that comes out with that bolt.
Yeah.
So. Hey, if we're gonna go overkill, kill it. Sure can. Look how good that was.
Very good.
Very strong.
But it could be much better. Oh wow, Rudy! Look at those. They look factory.
They will. When they're done.
And that's plenty of structure with these three in there. It ain't gonna problem. Are you gonna be able to go off this other one on this side, or are we gonna have to modify this?
It doesn't even matter. It'll be 5 seconds to modify it.
That's fine with me.
Question is, can we still get the steering box in and out? Yeah. We'll find out.
We'll have to do that very often. I'm buying that one from Poly Performance.
But lately, we've been doing it very often.
What? Is that forward in the XJ or back?
I don't know what you mean. That's forward.
I'm orienting it exactly the same.
And
way.
you put the bolt in from the bottom?
Yep.
It's exactly. How does that fit? Good.
You should go forward.
So I think we can determine that this needs to be cut. Am I right?
That's fine. So do it again. So let's watch them again. Find out what the problem is. I think this one watched. This one got too far. Too far. I'm gonna get the play out of this one.
Okay, where's the
Play's out of it right there. Okay. You want to forward now?
Well, I want it directly in the center.
No. Oh yeah.
The
No,
super elongated hole. That's hot.
Yeah. Put it Which way does it go to open them?
It pushes.
Okay, so yeah, so we want them at the same place. So I'm touching on the right side, you need to be touching on the right side.
But where's that? Nope. You need to be there. You need to be all the way over.
Well, if I'm
And
all the way over,
I-
then you need to be all the way over.
Yeah.
How long is your hole? The same length
The
as yours.
spring's pushing
They're
it.
identical pieces.
Is it touching on the left side?
Okay, I see now. Okay.
Because we push this to the right side. So
If they're both to the left, then we're good. Okay, now it should work. Okay, now, cameraman, we're going to take a piece of thicker metal that covers more perimeter, maybe do some plug welds too, to tie this to the seatbelt mount.
You go full length?
No. No, I think I'll just go like 2 inches below and 6 inches above, just do this whole area.
That'll work perfectly fine, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be just fine. That's what's holding you on. So these are ugly. After the car is done, we're going to commission Rudy to build some coverings for these, maybe even out of aluminum. On a TIG. Because we're buying a TIG. We're a fabrication shop. We're going to get some TIGs.
Okay. That just means my stuff gets done better.
Why wouldn't
nicer. Why wouldn't I want
Hefe's
that?
not going to stop us from getting nice stuff. So this is hooking like clear back here.
And is it angled?
Right on the center.
And it swivels. You could mount it lower. You could drill out the rivets, put some bolts in a plate and set it right down on this.
Yeah. You could shave the shoulder of that as well. Okay. What's our locating factor? Use that point and put it to the center, and then put that one to the center as well. Right there.
Yeah.
How's that?
Stop. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So these just fit right here, right? Should work. Like that's literally where they go. Yep. But you probably do them like that. Oh, this airbox just took on another duty, Rudy.
How you doing? Good. How you doing?
So I can do this right here today. I'm gonna put plumber's tape over the top of these and screw them in, and then cut the screws off. So we can take these nuts.
You can take them off right now.
Well, I know, but
Okay. Yeah.
that way, I don't have to worry about it. 'Cause if we're taking these seats out and these start spinning, that's a problem.
Yeah, I know that.
It needs to be trimmed a little bit.
Hook it on there first.
Is this one glued on?
Yeah, I glued that. I was gonna work 2 more steps. There. I don't know that I want to do too much. I think I'll go with something like that and I'll fill this in.
What are you gonna do with that? You put them like the Toyota where they're right here. Where you just
No, don't
snap.
put it. The Jeeps is right there too. You whack
Oh, it
them.
hits you in the head?
They have that little hook. I'm
What's
gonna go
this
bust it
right
off,
here?
don't you?
It's a
That
little
looks
hook.
like a clothes hanger.
Oh, it's for that little tiny hook.
Yeah, that should be the front hole, and then you do another one right there. And you get your.
They're not
Screw
heavy
that.
enough.
You're using the roll bar.
I'm with Rudy on this one. We
Use
spent a
the
lot
roll
of
bar.
we
Yeah,
spent a
you
lot
can
of work,
reach in and
a lot of time putting this roll bar in. I want you to use it.
I'm gonna use it. This is great.
What did you say?
It's not bad. It's better than the XJ. Well, without the front seat in, at least.
I'm gonna put grip tape on there. You won't even know. This needs to be cut down.
He's gonna bolster it.
This needs to be cut down closer to the wheel.
Oh,
It's too wide.
This one can keep it.
And I am gonna bring the here.
Let me put that under this. I'm gonna make you.
Keep the door open. Lean out.
Good right there.
Well, it'll stay right there. The foam will hold it in place.
Yep.
So let's do this then. Did you get that skill saw, Trevor?
I just was like, well, I better do these if you want. So
Okay,
how
Rudy,
is
are
this-
those both done underneath? Okay, we've got these two to do, and we've got this one to do, and this one to do. Well,
Another day?
another day almost gone.
Took longer than we anticipated today, but we're just about got everything wrapped up, ready for sandblasting and then paint.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're taking it to the sandblaster, and they're gonna sandblast all this. Rudy got his hood latch all done.
Yep, we got seat belts for
Roll
those
bars
of you who are
finished.
concerned.
Oh yeah, seatbelt.
Carter came and test fit his seats.
Help just make sure we get our seatbelts mounted in the right location in the rear. It's been a long time coming, and we're only 2.5 weeks behind, depending on how you count it. We're gonna catch up now. It's finally here. The day we've been waiting for that isn't the day that we're finished. But the wagon's going out today. It's going to the sandblaster and then to the paint shop. It's exciting. It's been a long time coming. We've crossed everything off our list around the whole car. No. We're gonna push it out of here, load it on a trailer, haul it to the sandblaster. They're gonna go into the bottom, through the engine bay, and through the floor pan, and then to Big Mike's. They said if they can't fit us in today, then it'll be Thursday, which will put us even further behind. So I got my fingers crossed, just hoping we can make it.
Well, looks like a project.
Yeah, it sure is.
Pretty awesome.
So while we're waiting for them to get that sandblasted, I was thinking we should figure out what gauges we're putting like in the gauge cluster and which ones we're putting down in the middle. Okay. So these are barely gonna fit, these big ones are. Let's go do this. The tack is over here. What stuff is Trevor trying to stuff in the dash?
I don't know. I like how it goes all the way to like, what's that, 140?
140 miles an hour.
We're gonna be using all of it.
It's a GPS speedometer, so good luck. Get me
Fuel?
some other, maybe fuel and water temp.
What about
Oh.
boost? Tell me why you were running just barely.
Is this the fastest way there, SR7, or is it going to be faster to take the freeway? Probably faster to take the freeway.
Yeah.
What would you say, Hefe? What's the fastest way there?
We don't need anything.
Why are you so excited?
They just called. Hang on. Let me do this. So they just called and said that the Corvair's done being sandblasted. So we're going to go get it and drop it off at Big Mike's. Get painted.
There's Big Mike's.
Oh, look at that. That's good. That's okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it to Big Mike's right now, and he'll do whatever he does with it. Perfect. Makes us look like better fabricators. So I'm happy with the work they did. It's gonna make it a lot easier for my paint guy to get on this and get it done.
That's all under trim. Alrighty, so what they have now is the bottom half of the gray put on, and they're just getting ready to tape the top half and spray the yellow, so that's exciting.
So the day has come that I am going to show you the paint that you picked. That's right, you guys overwhelmingly picked option A on the community page. We had over 15,000 people weigh in on this. That's comments. So amazing. Overwhelmingly, you picked yellow on top, gray on the bottom. Now you'll notice there's a lot of this that doesn't have any paint on it. That is all going to be liner. That is super durable. So the fenders, undercarriage, floorboard. There's still some paint to go on the inside. We're not done with that yet, but this should give you a little bit of an idea of how it turned out.
I have no way of shooting the underside. If it was like a tub.
Yeah, it's a tub. Because right now it's just sandblasted bare metal.
That's what I want.
Okay.
And then we prime it with we have a proprietary primer, XPM. I don't have a rotisserie situation where I can easily flip things around.
Yeah, I can have it on a rotisserie. That's not a problem. If we have it on a rotisserie and it's prepped right, then undercoating is fine.
Yes.
Okay. What's the soonest you think you can get me in for this? It's gonna have to
be Vegas.
No. Well.
That's all it is.
I think we've got to build a rotisserie. He says he just did a Cadillac upside down, but it was on a rotisserie. So his concern was that we were going to bring this rolling car in and say do an undercarriage.
You're just going to build it to sit in the hitch. And
Yeah.
Just rotate the whole car.
So we're stopping working on the wagon and we're starting working on a rotisserie. And I happen to have these hubs, courtesy of my good friend Rowdy Wilson. And I'm going to use these as the rotators for my rotisserie. If you don't know what a rotisserie is, if you associate it with roasted chicken, that's a similar principle here. We're going to be able to rotate the car on a rotisserie.
So do you need something to come out of this and go up? Because you're going to have to get this hub higher up, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is Tom. You guys have seen him in a couple of videos now. We're building this rotisserie. He's going to build the mount for it. Going to mount it here and here, and then tie them together, I assume?
Yeah, and then they'll tie together somewhere in the middle, and that'll be the pivot point.
Look at that. That's hot. You've been cooking on that, haven't you?
Yeah, that one's fresh.
We've got to get a couple of crossbars.
Okay.
And then a plate. Okay, we need to make a plate.
That does that.
Yeah, and this one needs to be a heavier plate. This needs to be 3/4 or 1/4 inch. So Rudy guessed that this is about the center of gravity on this thing. Center of mass, I guess. So we're gonna try right there. Piece of 4x4 that comes up. This is gonna have to be able to slide inside here and mount that right there. But it's also got to be long enough that, say it needs to go up there, this will slide all the way up there without coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now how's this? That looks pretty good too. Okay. At all. Probably not. There.
How much weight is it gonna hold?
Probably only has to hold up 300 or 400 pounds.
I'm gonna say 800 to 1,000.
I lifted the back of this car up by myself.
Yeah, but the weight was right there, so there was some cantilever.
Yeah, there was. Not 800
So
pounds,
this
though.
shell's got to weigh 1,500 pounds.
51. Down.
You can always drill lower holes if it doesn't work.
Yeah, you could go down, but.
All right, good morning. It's another beautiful day. It's Tuesday morning, and we are just getting ready to work on this again. We've got Trevor up at the upholstery shop in Cedar City doing a little filming to catch that.
There we have it. Pair of seats for Randy to sit on and bump his head on the ceiling. All thanks to this man, Jeff Carter. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So what we're working on this morning is this rotisserie. We're going to be working on a locking system so that it can we can lock it in the position that we twist it to. We're going to be using this brake drum, and we'll be drilling holes in it, and we'll have a pin that slides into that some way to lock it. Look at that thing. We don't even need that many. I would have put 4 holes in it. Drilled the other ones later on. All it's got to do is flip completely upside down, and that's all they need it for. Upside down.
I'm making it super. I've never made one before, so I don't know.
So you're excited? Okay. How close are we to lining up?
Nice. Okay, go up.
Just want to make sure that it's locked when we release this. That's locked. Okay. Let's pick up all our tools and go to the back, because that's where we're working next.
This is awesome. Look at this thing.
So now we're going to do the same thing that we did on the front, except for we don't have to put the locking mechanism. So it'll be a little simpler. Okay, we're going up. We're going down. Let's see. Okay, let's roll this thing upside down.
All right, so what's the plan?
We're slowly rolling it towards us.
Okay, Rudy, you got that one?
Yeah, hold it.
Okay.
The Corvair in its natural habitat. Upside down? Yeah.
Okay, here's where we gotta watch.
Rudy, get over there and look.
It's clearing.
Keep going. Yeah, we're good. We're going. Woo-wee. Sand is pouring out.
I think you might get that bolt back. Show them the wood.
Okay.
Holy crap.
That is an upside down Corvair.
That's awesome. That was pretty easy.
All of you that wanted the gray on top, you got your wish.
Yeah. We're gonna need to roll this over and over and over again one way, and then over and over again the other way to get all the sand out of it. So let's find where does this naturally want to be? It's gonna go that way. Where does it want to go? Right there. That's where it wants. Oh, it's like a carnival ride. So this is our first time ever building a rotisserie, and we kind of threw it together, and it worked. Surprise!
Rudy's got a plan.
We should have welded the post right here.
How you want to do this, Rudy?
What?
How do you want to do this?
I think that would be better than this long, super long distance.
That's not a proper notch. Good morning. So today is the first day of the Winter Jamboree here in Hurricane, and Matt went out with Alan and the crew at Yankum Ropes and some other friends, and left us here to do the dirty work. So we're going to get it down to Vegas, get it bed lined, and bring it back, and hopefully start working on it next week. So if you look off in the distance, you can see the bright light city that will set your soul on fire.
You can see nothing but the road. But that's okay.
If you can, back the trailer up or the right here and just roll it off. Okay. Perfect. I've never seen a wagon one.
Yeah, they made them in '61.
What are you guys doing to it?
So we put it's a Jeep.
What?
Hey Lizzie, you want to start popping straps?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's some more, like the power steering pump just goes there. So
Okay.
we want to leave that flat. Radiator, that fits pretty tight in there, so we need to leave that flat. Basically the same thing in the engine compartment, wherever there's
Mounting points.
yeah. It wants to go that way, but it's not hard to.
Does it fit completely upside down? or
Yeah.
no? Okay.
As long as you don't change the height.
Oh no,
which
I'm
I don't
not
think
gonna
you'd
do
want to.
that.
Going down. Henderson to pick up the wagon tomorrow from the undercoating shop. And I'm pretty excited. We want these axles done so that we can just put it under and get it sitting on its wheels and back together as soon as possible. We're putting the locking hubs on here. You know, I've had some people ask, what in the world are locking hubs? I'm going to show you in a second. With the magic of editing, can you get me them snap ring pliers? I don't know if I've put this exact style in before. I don't like this style of ring. It's like it's the wrong one. Okay, I can do that. So we read the instructions and it says to maintain the angle while you spiral it on. Turns out I wasn't maintaining the angle. I'm gonna finish this side up and then I'm gonna show you how a locking hub works. So here's a visual for those of you who aren't familiar with locking hubs. So you can see this is the drive axle. This is where it would get its power from the engine. But you'll notice this hub isn't driving because they're not connected to each other. So this little device right here is the locking hub mechanism. So this splines into this, and then inside here, there's more splines. When this gets pressed in there, then it locks this together. See how it's locked together in there? And we're gonna give you a quick little demonstration here. So we'll put this on here. So there's the drive. This would be if the transfer case was engaged in four-wheel drive, but the hubs weren't locked in. Okay, be gentle. Let me fully engage it so they can see. So that's fully engaged, and now spin it. Now they're all spinning together, and that's what locking hubs do. Like I said, I've never used these, but I feel like with the way they're going in and what I can see here, that these are a very powerful retention system. This one has to not only come out, but it's got to twist maintain the angle to come out. So, all right, I did it. I maintained the angle. So this is unlocked hubs, locked hubs. And so when it's locked, it pushes this in. When it's unlocked, it lets it out. Stunning visuals, Trevor. Stunning. Okay, we're unlocked. Let's lock it up and make sure they work. We're locked up.
No hands.
So anyway, while I'm doing this, there's been some concern about these and if they're gonna hold mud or sand in, and they're kind of a copy of what the OEM manufacturers do. But I've got these on the Banana, and I've had them on for a couple seasons now. We went out there and checked, and there's no debris building up in them. We just don't have that swamp, but here it's just so dry and everything. Some have suggested a wheat hole in the bottom, which I'm not against either, but if it becomes a problem, we'll do it.
Lube them.
That's plenty. Pick up that. Yeah. Okay, Trudy, I'm swinging all the way around you.
I've been grabbing out of the end here.
Yeah, I'm grabbing on the end.
And under here.
And I am.
Okay. It's rotating.
Why don't we just put the tires on it and then push it off?
Wiggle it off.
Just roll it off.
I'll get a tire. Here you go. I'll get the other one.
Thanks, Rudy. I can't see what I'm doing. Am I there? Am I there?
Yeah.
There.
Wow.
They're even going to fit over the brakes. It's awesome.
We're gonna do it the dangerous way, Ed.
Lift it.
We're just gonna tumble it off. Okay. Here it comes.
I got to buy some sort of a parking brake cable kit. I don't think I can make that. So we are headed down to Vegas today to pick up the wagon. They said it's done, sent me some pictures, looks good, and it's been like a month since the first time we took it down here. So we ran into some supply issues. They finally got that in and got it put on. We got it up to our shop, and it started coming off. So there was a problem with the primer. I don't know exactly what the problem was, but we had to take it back down and strip it down and then reapply the whole process. So hopefully everything is good and we're picking it up for the final time. We can start assembly. Before we go to the shop, we've got to drop off this truck we've got on the deck. We're out of here. And then we'll head over to the shop and pick up the Corvair.
Down there? Down where it was thin?
Yeah. Good enough. Pull it out here where we can see it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. We can fix it. That'll look good. So we are leaving Mesquite. We just filled our bellies at Samurai 21 and it was delicious. So the next thing we got to do is get back to the shop and get this unloaded. We got it unloaded in the shop here. So now that we got this back, we've got some cleanup. There's some tape residue on it. We got to get washed off. Definitely going to be some touch up from Mike, a couple spots. But yeah, the next step is just kind of doing some detail stuff, cosmetic, and then we'll start assembly. Let me tell you what's been frustrating, and I know it's been frustrating for you too. We were really cranking on this at a high rate of speed, like we were, you know, it was kind of popping, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And what happened was we had some struggles getting the shops that do the underlining to get us in, and when they did get us in, they didn't have material. And then when they finally did get material, something happened with the primer and it all peeled off. It just came off. We had to take it back to the shop. I figured this put us about a month behind on our build. Yeah, there's some stuff to fix. I'll show you. We've got a pretty good amount of overspray here that's not going to wash off. It's probably going to have to be sanded and repainted. There's lots of little spots like this. That's the liner right there, and it's stuck to the paint really good. Yeah, we're just gonna have to glue that down. So Trevor, your primary job is to find spots like this where inexplicably we're missing some stuff. We can glue that.
Super glue.
We could super glue that. That wasn't bad.
Fix me. Fix me.
Sugar hat. And then there's a bunch of weirdness in this area. I know it was technical and hard to get to. So we need it 80 degrees in here with 60% humidity, 40% humidity. So it's been 2 days. We've been working on this for 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
So Trevor and Rudy primarily have been going over this and finishing the details, repairing all the spots, and they've just been doing a really good job making it look nice. And so now we're going to take the whole thing over to Big Mike's after it's running. He's going to fix all my mistakes.
All of everybody's mistakes.
It has to do with paint. Next week, we are going to assemble it. We're going to get it running. We're going to put the doors on it. We're going to drive it over to Mike's, and he is going to repaint the car, and then we'll bring it back here and assemble.
About time.
Yeah. With the underlining, we had the whole undercarriage, the engine bay, the rockers up inside. We even did the roof in here to just give it a little bit more structure. We're going to be putting Dynamat and the headliner up there. You know, making it quiet and rattle free. Doing stuff. Good morning. It's another day of working on the wagon.
First order of business is get all the insulation put in it and the sound deadening so that we can start assembling the big components like the engine and axles and stuff.
Okay, watch us do our work. How come you weren't in the introduction?
Cause I was over here.
He's already started with the wiring. Alright. So this is Rattle Trap. And it's a sound deadener, and it has a little bit of reflective heat properties. So we're gonna lay this down over the undercoating. You have to roll every square inch of this, and you gotta push it pretty hard and get the corners. So the majority of the heat's going to be coming off from the exhaust system, and it's coming in here. So I want stainless steel heat shields here. We'll probably put something in between them.
Wow, this is starting to look like a spaceship. Elon Musk, send us to Mars.
This is looking pretty good.
It's gonna flake off and catch on fire.
Yeah, like the adhesive that's on there, I just don't know what this is gonna do long term. It is 6:24 and we've had a couple things slow us down today. We had a recovery, 2 recoveries. Rudy's on one right now. So I guess 1 recovery slowed us down. I had Rudy build these stainless steel heat shields. Well, this one's gonna be dealing with the most heat, and this is just an air gap heat shield. I don't think we're gonna put any insulation between the two. But yeah, this I'm just worried about it. Like that's aluminum, but with these retainers, I think it's gonna stay on a lot better. But here we are, it's dark outside. I'm trying to get Trevor to go home and he won't do it. So if Trevor's here, I'm gonna be here.
No, you should go
You're
home.
ruining my life, Trevor.
You should go home, and then I'll do my stuff, and then I'll take off early tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some more done. If Trevor has anything to say about it, we will.
Darn Skippy.
Good night. Good morning. It's the next day. Trevor stayed late. Look how much work he got. So today we're going to continue getting this assembled.
It'll be exciting.
You had all night to think of something to say. I don't even know what brand this is. Is this a Synergy or Poly Performance? They're sister companies, so maybe it doesn't matter, but I got this from them. It's a ported Toyota style box, but it was all brand new a minute ago. So the reason I used a Toyota box is because we found in Demolition Derby that the Toyota box is not only very easy to install in custom applications, and they are super strong. So that's why I chose a Toyota box. We need to check how tight those are in a couple 100 miles. A little bit further. Okay. We don't have an assembly manual for this thing yet.
And so it begins. The great assembly.
Trevor's still
Milking this wire.
Yeah. How long are you gonna milk this job, Trevor?
For as long as it takes.
So now we're just gonna finish up the transmission cross member and bolting in the transmission mount, and the drivetrain will be installed. That paint is killing us.
Need me, or can I continue what I'm doing?
Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna keep making it difficult for you.
Taking this rat's nest and making a bird's nest. Oh, it's yellow. A canary.
There we go. Trick I learned. So the next step is something I'm going to need Trevor's help for ultimately. Okay, Hefe, you ready to get blowed up?
load up. Oh, are you ready to put your Ories on? Yeah. Is that what I hear? 2,000 PSI. Dangerous stuff.
Danger. Look at these fancy gauges. This is for pumping the Ories up. So I've never actually used Ories on anything, but they come highly recommended by Paul from Fabrats. He's got them on his Toyota. So we're gonna try them on this. Trevor, come over here for really quick. Yeah, so you're gonna tappy that bolt in when I tell you. Okay, can you gently tap?
How do I work these?
You just shove them in there. Misalignment spacers or high misalignment spacers, they make it so that this little spherical ball joint at the end of the Ori has more range.
We got like 3 inches.
Come on down. Go ahead and go up. That's good. No, we're just gonna hook this thing up. You got it screwed in?
You want to jack the front to the sky like the people in the pickups do nowadays?
Yeah.
Oh my.
How's that?
That looks pretty good. It looks a little bit high. Want to come look at it?
Oh, that's it. Oh yeah, that, like you can adjust it to whatever. So okay, settle it there, Trevor. Does it look level there, FA? Well, we'll just leave it right there for you. Okay? Go ahead and disconnect everything. Oh, it's setting on its wheels at ride height. I don't know if it's a ride height, but it's close to ride height. This calls for a celebration. So this has been a long time coming, but this feels pretty good. So now I've got to do the steering really quick, just so that we can steer it and move it around. And we are once again mobile with it, without a cart or a rotisserie. Good morning. This week we're going to be working on the wagon some more, Trevor and Rudy and myself. We have a lofty goal to drive this thing. Finally, we're finally going to get with the program and drive this week. In order to meet that goal, we're going to have to do the fuel system, tranny cooler lines, all the important wiring, at least a little bit of the exhaust system. We're going to have to get it steering and stopping. We got to get it started. That's another thing. We got to get it started. We haven't even listened to the engine run yet inside the car. We had it running outside, but it's never ran inside. So enjoy the show.
Wow. That's even worse.
Okay.
The gas tank apparently doesn't fit in with them on.
I mean, it fits in with them on, but it won't fit past them with it on.
Yeah.
There's lots of little things that have to be done. Right, when you're kind of doing mock-up, you don't have to be, there's some things you're not careful about, like the size of washers and whether or not you have lock nuts on and stuff like that. But on final assembly, you got to pay attention to all that stuff. Or you'll end up on Boulder Mountain going to do a rescue and your shocks fall off. And no one will ever forget about it. There's been some concern about the size of my fuel tank. It's 20 gallons, and that's concerning to some people. My Jeep has like 16 gallons. I think it's 17. Might be 17 gallons, and it gets like 7 miles to the gallon, and it's just not a problem. So I'm expecting this to get at least 7 miles to the gallon, so I should have more range.
Perfect. Don't forget to remind me to tighten those up later, because that would be sad.
So here's the brain box for the motor. And if we ever change to an electronic transmission, it'll also run that. And then this is the fuse panel for the rest of the body. So headlights, taillights, gauges, you name it.
Ta-da! That's how we do it. So what we have here is a 5.3 liter LS. It's an LM7 code motor out of a 2003 Chevy Silverado. Has about 80-something thousand miles on it. Came in the yard as a wreck. The owners relinquished it to the yard. That's how I got it. I've never driven this motor. I assume it's in good condition.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. So this is the transmission cooler going in. Gets its fresh air from the louvers on the side. So this gets covered and it just blows it into this area. So what I did the other day is I put everything on this table that I thought we would need. We'll do this next. That's the skinny pedal. You push it, it goes really loud.
So Trevor's been super awesome, and for some reason he decided to skip lunch, which shouldn't have done. Bad Trevor. But anyway, so he got a whole bunch of the wiring done. We got the relays for the transmission cooler fan and the fuel pump back here, and all the grounds and everything hooked up properly. We're gonna try and start it in a minute. That's super exciting because it's the first time it started in the car.
Ding dong, who put the dip in the dip, the dip, the dip. Who put the shoe in the boogity shoe? Get all four of them tight. Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby. Got the throttle cable working. You can see that work. So what's the deal? Are you getting ready to start this, Trevor?
We're ready.
Okay, we're just gonna start it on open loop, so we'll see how it does. None of these wires are gonna ground out and cause us a problem. Okay, start it up. We're gonna let Trevor do it
It's turnkey, huh?
because he did it.
Okay.
What's that noise?
Does it start again? That's loud. Okay. We can drive this thing tomorrow. So all those wires went somewhere, turns out. Okay, we just gotta
Needs a little tuning up, but
keep plugging away on it. Okay, let's set that drag link up so the steering works. So, Rudy, do you want to get the drag link? Beautiful. We will hold the steering wheel, Rudy. So, okay.
So you're squaring up the old foundation, huh?
So we've been doing alignment all morning, and I think we're ready to set these. Well, that's 1 out of 16 done. Okay, so that's 2.
3.
All 4 of them are done back here. Now I just gotta go up front and do the front ones. I gotta do it with a smile on my face. That's gonna be the hardest part. This never-ending project is never going to end. That's all 8 of the suspension links. The axles are square. They're centered under the body, and they're square with each other, and they're square with the chassis. At ease, soldier. So we're not getting super precise measurements with these strings, but what we are getting is symmetry. So we know this axle is centered in the body because we measured it about 100 times. And we know the back axle is centered with the body because we did it about 80 times. And the only variable is exactly how these wheels are pointed. So we're gonna take that variable out now. It's adjusted about perfect. Okay, go off a little bit and back on. Okay. You have all the fasteners. Pretty much most of the fasteners. I've got bad news, Trevor. I need a washer. Where did he go? Right here. The camera's over here. So I need a washer with a 1/2 inch inside diameter, and it needs to be like a thick washer. Not super thick, but like that big around. This is my first time ever putting a universal joint, a drive shaft, installing a drive shaft. And it shows. Check this out. That's what Tucker looks like when he's filming. And in case you're wondering what kind of drive shafts we run, there it is, Adam's drive shafts. They're awesome. That's what I run on the Banana. Well, that's what Rudy runs on his Jeep. That's what I'm gonna be running on my next project, and my next project, and my next project. And at least 2 more after that.
Okay. Ooh, I felt that one go to the floor.
Okay, pump it and hold it.
Okay.
Pump it and hold it. You getting any pedal?
Yeah. Okay.
How much pedal?
1/2 inch, 1/4 inch.
I don't know what that means. From the floor?
From the floor.
Okay, so they're not good yet. Okay, pump it and hold. Ooh, got some air there. Pump it and hold it. That's water.
Okay.
That's good. Pump it and hold. How does that feel? Not pedals. Okay, go ahead and start it. Let's try master cylinder. What's the lid look
I
like?
doubt so much power has been started with the Corvair keyboard.
You push it really gently. Hold it. Corvairs don't have power brakes. Derby trucks don't have power brakes. This is my first time really building anything with power brakes. So go easy on me. So we don't have an exhaust tube bending machine in our shop, but we do have a machine in our shop, and his name's Rudy.
If you say so. And we got another one who's happy with the cutoff wheel.
I shaped that, and then Rudy welded it up. Looks good. All right, so the exhaust, I was super worried about it because it looked like it was going to be really convoluted and a real struggle. And we're going to have this done in one day. And we're not exhaust guys, and we don't have exhaust tools, so it's going super good. I told you though, we do have a machine, and it's Rudy. All right, so you'll notice that I have an H pipe here, and it serves a couple of purposes. One, it makes the installation more difficult. And 2, actually 3, difficulty installing, but no, what it does is it's It takes a decibel or two out of the exhaust note, and it adds a little bit of torque at the bottom end. So it's worth putting in, even if it just makes me feel better. So there it is. How does this look up here, Tucker? Am I hitting anything above the muffler? Okay, you're really? No, you're good. Ready to go in?
That's 40 inches. When you're lined up with that, you're right on.
I hooked up the O2 sensor. It's on. I don't know that I like my fastening.
Yeah, the little housing. Oh yeah, is that done? Rudy, is that done? Yeah. Okay, let's do this one then. I need everybody to stand in different spots.
It needs to go down. There's two from this.
Rudy, do you want to go weld this together? Oh, you'll hear it. You can do a walk around. Well, it's not completed yet. Will be completed tomorrow morning.
Are you driving it?
No. There's no seat in it.
There's a bucket.
Did you put the O2 sensor in?
Yes.
Oh wow.
He says it's not gonna drive with the heat marijuana.
We have a lofty goal to drive this thing. Finally, we're finally going to get with the program and drive this week.
Are you driving it?
No. That should tell you something about lockers right there. Oh, you're right smooth, huh?
Look at this.
Oh my gosh! Mike has a little work to do now.
Sticky.
I think it sounds good.
It sounds amazing. Sounds so nice.
It's still not tuned. We're missing probably 50, 60 horsepower at minimum.
That sounded way better than I thought.
So what are you guys doing?
Trying to figure out this hatch spring that someone was so kind to take off for us.
Even when you asked them not to?
Yeah, so you'll tape off these springs?
Yeah, I'll wrap them in aluminum foil, keep it tight so we can spray behind it.
Yeah.
What are you using this Corvair for?
Reference.
So luckily, we have this Rudy's Corvair.
Or else it would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's still a nightmare.
So have you got quite a bit of pressure, spring you've got to deal with?
Yeah.
Those guys, why would they do that?
So there's this technique here that I've developed in getting these hinges on. Hoist her up.
You gotta hook that end in.
Oh, yeah.
You should know this since you developed the
Well, I wanted you to hook it first. Okay, drop it down. Let
I
it go.
want you to tighten it first. I want tension.
Oh,
Okay,
I wanna
that's where we were. That's the factory.
just let it down.
My foot bone. Same.
Alright, you want to try to put the door on?
No.
The hatch on?
I'll go get it. So I'm gonna hook the greaser.
Shut your mouth. I think that's how it was
Right?
written. Yeah.
All right, so this is what we got done. Rear hatch, little access. All thanks to this guy here, Trevor. The real,
Thanks to all of us.
the real MVP.
All right, just gonna show you a little detail that's missing and what goes in there. So you'll notice there's this odd little missing triangle. This is the piece that goes in there. So that sits in there like that. Just like that. We gotta get that painted the gray. You won't even notice it.
I screwed the
Funny, I looked
other
at that.
side in last night and it actually fits really good even over the bed liner.
Oh, good.
I am installing the lights and I am putting this connector together so that the lights may turn on to light up the darkness. I don't have it. The scary... Dude, I don't got that stuff in me. This is fighting me, man. I'm not happy. These little connectors in this one are going crooked.
The man, the myth, the legend, the accident.
I'm just got this assembled and it's ready to go in the car. So we're gonna put it in the car right now.
They're going right smoothly, huh?
Yeah, they do. It's like they were made for this. Just like that. That's good enough for that, right? I mean, ta-da! And here we go. Hot dog!
Looks good. Okay, well, I'm kind of by myself at the moment, so I decided to start hooking up the brake light switch off of the brake pedal. So this is the button that when it's triggered, the brake lights aren't on. When it comes off, the brake lights are on. And so I've made this bracket here that comes off and bolts up to there. And so essentially, I'll build another tab that pushes off of the brake pedal, and when you press it, it should turn that switch off and the brake lights come on. Alright, so I got it rigged up to where when you step on the brake, it activates the switch, which will turn the brake lights on. So there you have it. We just need to get the tail lights all wired up, and then we'll be good to go. One step closer.
We're getting the seats in it. We're gonna take the Corvair for its maiden voyage before we take it over to Mike and have him touch up the paint.
Layers of stuff are the worst.
Unless it's an onion.
So, or cake.
Oh yeah, that extra 2 inches. Oh wait!
Yeah, I wouldn't get behind me, Randy.
It's a bad idea.
I got a lot of room.
Great. It's not going to be perfect.
And I didn't pull it out and test it either.
This goes
so.
on this one right here. Okay, Rudy, out. Hang on.
You don't want it on there yet?
Not yet. I gotta get my
Is
finger.
that gonna...
I gotta get my finger out from underneath it.
See if it's gonna work.
Okay, I got it off.
Good. Sweet.
It's good enough.
Gotta learn how to get. Well, there's only one thing left to do.
Catch up to speed on what's going on here. So the carrier is a wide carrier. There's, for this particular model of axle, there's lots of them, but for this offset, there's 2 different widths of cases. There's a wide and a narrow. This is a wide case. There's 2 ways they fix that. They can put a wide carrier in, or they use these spacers on the outside. Some people call them case savers or outer bearing shims. So the carrier I took out of here was a wide carrier. It didn't have any shims. So we had to order a shim kit, and it's just changed everything. So when you change gears, you typically measure the shims and you put the same shims in, and that should get you close. Sometimes you get lucky and it just all falls together. All that's out the window now. We are starting at ground zero, and I've got this set in there. It's not tight, but there's no side to side. I've pretty much taken up all the lash. I want to see if I'm even close on my gear pattern, because if I'm not close on my gear pattern, that means I need to pull the pinion back apart and check it. So I'm not super excited that this is what we're having to deal with today, but it is what we're having to deal with today. So this is gear marking compound. It makes it so you can see what the pattern is for the meshing of the pinion and the ring gear. We'll just get 3 of them here. Go ahead and run it through. Yeah, run it through that way. That's actually not bad. Let's see where the heel is. Spin it backwards now. Okay, stop. That's actually acceptable. It's not ideal, but it's definitely not bad. It might have a little bit too much lash in it. That's okay. I'm on about 6,000 lash, and I've probably got 20. But it's promising. So we may have just got very, very lucky. So I was able to put a 10,000 shim on this side, a 20,000 shim with whatever one of these wide ones is. It took a little bit of doing. We got it pressed in there, so we've got the side preload on this. It sure feels like we've got the right clearance. I'm going to tighten everything up, check the gear pattern, check my lash, and if it's good, we dodged the bullet. We got lucky, Ed.
Good. I'm glad you're learning now, so you'll be able to do the front end next, huh?
Yep. Yeah, as soon as we get this laid out correctly.
Come on, Ed.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
Trevor will appreciate this. Trevor.
Yes.
We may have just dodged a bullet. Oh my gosh. And now we're gonna check I already checked the pattern before we got this far away, but I think it's going together. Finally. Okay. We're going to torque these to 80 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna do one of them, and then you're gonna do the other 1. Yes. Okay. Now Lizzie's gonna do. Yeah. So
Where is it going to?
It's gonna go to 80. So you're gonna be pushing up on that one, up and in, and pull down on this handle. Make sure that it's loose like that.
Look at that strength.
80.
Have Trevor check it.
Yeah, you got it. There you go.
All right.
That's how I do it too. I shake it.
I know, my hands are like pushing up.
But let me tell you, when it goes good, I've done a lot of gears, and I've been here when it hasn't gone good. So just know that my joy is real, and those of you that set up gears know what I'm talking about. Okay, we did it. Let's get this buttoned up.
Hooray!
Yesterday we got the rear axle, we got the locker and the gears put in it, and today we're going to be putting the locker and gears in front. Ooh, so that's what's coming out of there. There's some factory 410 gears and an open differential, neither of which are suitable for the application we need it. So this is the front locker. It's a Detroit style locker, but it's actually manufactured by Yukon. We're taking the bearings off of the old carrier so that we can measure the thickness of the shims. We're gonna set this up with the same shim thickness and hope for the best. You gotta start somewhere, and it's always best to start there. So came in late last night after recovery, and I messed with this. So I'm going to show you what I did here in a second, but first I want to show you this gear pattern. Really good pattern on the drive side and a pretty good pattern on the coast side. I can live with it on a front end. I'd probably live with it on a rear end, even on a tow vehicle. But so we're going to pull this out. I'm going to show you the trick I used to make this go more smoothly. It didn't go smoothly, but it went more smoothly after I finally gave in. And then now we've got to find some new bearings because I ruined these bearings. Now this tie rod, if it was out of the way, it would definitely simplify things. We don't play that. So what I did is I bored it out so that you can just slip it off and on. And that allowed me to experiment and adjust these shims to where I got the lash and the pattern where I wanted it. So now we need new bearings, and I'm okay with that because this would have been a nightmare. Like, I don't know how many times we loaded this in there, like a dozen times, at least a dozen adjustments. I know some of you are really good at this, and you'll be like, 3 times tops, and I believe you, but dozens for me. Wow. I'd say we got about 4 thousandths. That's tight, but we're gonna be okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So when we put this axle together a little while ago, people commented about how little grease we put in the hub. This is why, because I knew we were gonna take it apart again, and I didn't want a horrible, horrible mess. Did he maintain the angle? Okay. So
Sure did.
out?
Do you want Loctite on these?
No.
Okay.
Where's that little screw? Back roads all over the place.
So we got the gears and lockers in it. I'm running a Detroit style Yukon up front and a power lock limited slip in the rear, which is the same thing I have in the Jeep. Some of you are gonna have questions. I've actually had comments on my Jeep. I use this 90 degree here, which is probably a bad idea for a rock crawler, but I've never broke one off yet. But when the differential's clocked this way, because we're using the double cardan up front, It's just the geometry for the pinion angle that we need. It makes it so we can't put enough fluid in this. It'll be below the axle line. So this just helps me get it back up. It's just a cheap, lazy way to get the fluid level back up to the right level.
We are getting ready to put the little hood latches on.
It's been a long day. We're kind of out of gas. Rudy was up all night towing. I was up all night worrying about Rudy towing. It's dominoes here. So what we're working on right now, what Rudy's doing is making the marks for his latches that he built. We actually put them on the original hood for this car, but it was so rusty I had a much cleaner hood. So we grabbed it. Now we've got to transfer these measurements onto that. These are XJ latches off of Rudy's old parts Jeep. I'm ready. We're going to have the XJ hood release. I'm supposed to be engaging. How am I doing, Tucker? Nah, I don't believe him.
So to locate the latches properly, or at least the way I'm going to do it, is I've roughly marked out where they end up on the first hood. And so I'm going to latch the latches, lower the hood down onto it, line them up, mark them, drill them, and they should be good.
Are these, oh, these go the same way.
Yes. Longest level in the world. Okay.
So that rubber thing will hold it up, so that's about perfect there. And that's where the spring goes, right?
About right.
Do you want to just put it on the outside for right now?
Why don't we run it through?
You're awful ambitious for someone so grumpy and tired.
Shove it through.
Okay. You ready to try it?
Yep.
Silky smooth.
It's perfect on this side and it's high on this side. See, the latch is what holds it down though.
We can just knock it down with a hammer. So go pull that thing. I could live with that.
Can you? Can you though?
It just needs one more hit just like you done.
Rudy's in no mood.
He's in no mood.
He's in a mood.
I tried that.
Got the hood mounted. They call it the bonnet over in jolly old England.
I don't know.
It's a bonnet, but here it's a hood. So we got all our power steering stuff. I mean, we got to figure out where to put this cooler. It's a heat sink style. Don't know where it's gonna fit, but we'll figure it out. Tom came down all the way from Idaho Falls.
Yeah, we'll be working on the power steering today, so just getting started here.
I came in this morning for a minute or two and kind of mocked up this bracket and got this in position. I know it's crooked by design. So we're gonna be working on the entire hydraulic system for the power steering and hydro assist, the ram assist. So
here we go.
Stick around. So when Tom finishes welding that up, I'm gonna have him weld this up. This is the lower bracket for the power steering reservoir. The upper bracket is right there on the shock tower. Stand back and watch us go. Well, we've got the power steering part of this plumbed and together, and we're trying to get the air bubbles purged out of the system.
A lot of air bubbles.
Oh, that is foamy. It's just got to settle down. It's got to, I mean, there was a lot of air in this, a lot of air in the box. So, okay, we'll just let it do it for a minute and let's look at the next thing, which is hydro steering.
Okay.
All right, so you can see down here, we've tacked up the mount for the ram assist. These are the brackets they sent with it, which is 1/4 inch. Yeah, who cares? We just ran this back and forth, checked the stroke of the ram, and it looks like with our measurements, we're gonna be going out here as far as we can. We can always drill another hole if we wanna speed it up or whatever, but we're gonna start out here. That's maximum power. It uses the full stroke of the ram. So that's where we're gonna start. This is my first time ever doing a hydro assist. We're kind of learning as we go here, and that's okay. We'll show you what it looks like in a second. I got to drill a hole, and we'll put it back together and show you. And scene. What's the weather like today, Ed?
All windy, a little cloudy, but it's pretty warm. And if we get a call on a recovery, we'll get it done.
All right, so we made a little bit of a mess, not too bad. We got the ram assist installed, but yeah, I think this is another milestone. Good morning, it's another beautiful day. We're working on the wagon, trying to get it ready for Easter Jeep Safari or EJS. EJS. So Trevor, what are you working on?
I just finishing up wiring in the kick down switch.
That's boring. I know. Tom, what are you working on today?
I'm trying to find something really important to do. Shifter. We're working on the shifter.
That's what I'm working on, is the shifter.
Oh.
All three of us are working on the shifter because this one just isn't going to work. So we're gonna make one out of plumbing pipe and the T-handle off of an XJ and tap magic.
Not a sponsor. So this goes into there, and it'll push down on like the other cable. When you press on this, on top of here, it pushes this down, pushing that down, pushing a lock off, and then you can just shift it.
I'm making the shifter work. So it came with this chintzy little handle and a plastic knob that stripped out immediately. And we're switching it over to some plumbing pipe. Hey, you're taking that part away I was gonna show them.
I was gonna go clean this part.
Oh yeah, it needs to be clean. So this goes on here somehow.
I just barely took it apart.
There's the shifter. So now the last thing I need to do is I need to tap this out to this pipe size, which is just a tiny, tiny tap difference. Put a little bit of tap magic on here. Oh wow, that cleaned up nice. Other than the sun bake, it's perfect, huh?
Yeah. Oh, how did that happen?
Dang it. Wounded. Medic. Medic.
My hand slipped off of there.
It might be time for everybody to go home and take a nap. Ooh, look at that. How close do you think that is to right? Super close. So threading it in solves the problem. That feels so much better. Oh yeah, so park, reverse, neutral. Nice. Are you ready to help me put this in? That's what I thought. Ooh la la. Wee wee. Baguette. Croissant. We have super special problems here, Trevor.
What's
I
that?
don't think you understand.
I sure don't, because I didn't take this out. There's been an awful lot of sighing going on the last couple weeks.
There sure has been.
It's just the constant. The threads are at this angle, but we got to come down at this angle. So, but then even when we get it in, it'll be at this angle, and then we got to get an Allen wrench at that angle when there's this blocking that angle. Got it?
Okay, I'm going underneath, Trevor, and I kind of need you over here. We got to get that first one in first. We got to get those two started before we do these two. We just went completely. Okay. Ooh, I got a good turn that time. I didn't hear anybody clapping. There's another turn.
Oh, that was a good one.
Can you put this on there? Ooh, I had it in there and I pulled it out to go to this one. I'm getting better at this. I think one more of those and we've got it. Okay. Okay, shift it to reverse and then to park. Okay, now go park and reverse.
Park, reverse.
Okay. I think we're fine. We're adjusted. Okay.
That is custom.
A little bit industrial, but that's wet.
Whose idea? His?
Of course.
And then what's the T handle off of?
XJ.
Of course.
Makes sense.
This feels so much better.
So can you kick from front to rear?
Mm-hmm. So that's high range in the rear, high range in the front. So that's 4 high. That's neutral. That's low range for or rear, low range front. You can just go front dig, but you can't go this one and this one.
Well, right now we're putting the winch on. It is time to put it on because we want to put the bumpers on next. And it's kind of a process to get to everything later. So the problem we have is that in order for the winch to go on, the bolts need to come up from the bottom, but my dad put this oil cooler right where the bolts need to come up through. So in order to make it so that we can bolt the oil cooler on and the winch on, I need to tack these studs in so that we could just pop the oil cooler on and off.
Why would I hold that? It works perfectly. That's where the switch is. That's free spool. And that's engaged.
It's easier to get to than pulse.
Yeah. It's been a good day. So tomorrow we're gonna get some drive time on it to get the computer to learn some stuff.
We're following the Corvair, so if it breaks down, they have a way out.
This is the first time this car has hit dirt that I know of, other than it was sitting in the dirt rusting away. But it's running great. We'll just take it easy. I'm not beating it.
Okay.
Super happy. I can't even put it into words. This is the first like real shakedown. We're deep in the dunes. Temperatures are under control. Suspension feels great. Power's great. I got a little more air pressure in my tires than I want, but it's going great. There's a couple reasons for doing this. We're shaking down the whole car, but we're also teaching the computer how to run the engine. So the engine management is learning right now, and it's just getting better at mixing the air and the fuel. And I'm learning how to drive it too. It's not throwing too many tricks. It feels really good. We're having more power than I can use. Do you think I'm gonna need your hitch? I don't think so.
All day.
You had like a foot.
It's I've got to learn where stuff is on it. It's bigger, it's a lot longer, about a 20-inch longer wheelbase than my Cherokee, maybe 18 inches longer, but that's a lot. I'm worried about fuel.
Okay.
It ran out of fuel going down that hill. So we've got to weld a sump in. This flat bottom tank with the pump right in the middle of it is no good for this. Okay.
Same thing as me. I didn't want to jump it.
So when we were out on the trail, I was getting a rather jarring experience sometimes, and it's because we'd never addressed the bump stop. So the pipes that locate the tops of these springs were just left at whatever length, just kind of overlooked. So we got those cut down and the rubber bump stops put on. So when we knew this was going to be a problem, that's a flat bottom tank. There's no sump in it. So we got on a pretty steep incline, and there was only like 5 gallons of gas in there. It ran out of gas on the incline. We can't have that. That's going to be a fix for another day though. We'll just keep it full. 4-wheel drive's not working right. So it keeps popping out of the, it's got a twin stick so I can control the front and rear axles. Low range front axle, it pops out on deceleration. So we're going to have to look into that. We got the catch can installed.
Power steering.
Yeah, the power steering's all working good.
Yeah.
We've still got a couple problems that we're gonna have to pay attention to. One of them is we don't have a working fuel gauge. We have a mismatched sender to the gauge, and so when the gauge reads full, we might be close to out of gas.
Yes.
When it reads half full, we're full. So it's totally wrong.
We'll just have a dipstick for the.
We are gonna be using a dipstick. So yeah, this thing rides so smooth. We're really close. I think we're really close to having the suspension set up the way we want it. Here's the rundown. So we have 513 gears. So that's 5.13 to 1 gear ratio. That's the final drive in the axles. I've got an MP205 that it's a 1.96 to 1 ratio, and that's way too high. So we did the math. I'm looking for a 3.8 to 1, which I can get with the Atlas transfer case from Advanced Adapters. So I've got that on order, and we're going to be putting that in. I knew that going into it that this is going to be too high, but they're back ordered, so I wanted to get it running with what we had instead of wait for the right part. And I do a lot of that because I'm impatient. The torque converter is a TCI. It's a 2200 to 2500 stall. I think I need to go down to like an 18 or 1900 RPM stall. And then with the 3.8 gear set, I think that will put me perfect. So I'm currently running 38-inch tall Milestar Patagonias. I got them at a swap meet or yard sale or something. And they're a fantastic tire, but we did build this for 40-inch, so we're gonna be getting some brand new 40-inch Milestar Patagonias. I got some beadlocks for these. Like, these are Hummer wheels. I don't hate them. A lot of people do hate them, but I've got a set of beadlocks. I bought them used. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup on them but I'm probably gonna be mounting the new tires on those bead locks. So that's something I've got to get on right away. We knew that it was gonna be a major pain to put gas in the gas tank because we've never finished the filler neck or anything. We're actually working on that right now. So we had to put gasoline in this through this tiny little hole right there with a funnel. And it was tedious and it was inconvenient. You remember when we took it out on the first test run, we ran it out of fuel on a steep hill, and there was lots of questions or comments like, oh, you must have got that fixed. No, we didn't get it fixed. We just know that we need to keep the tank full, or like, you know, above like 5 gallons if we can. And I didn't have any trouble. The windshield, all the glass, getting a lot of comments about that. Why is there no glass in it? Why is there no windshield? And it's exactly the same reason I haven't taken a nap in 2 years. It's because I haven't had the time to do it yet, but we will be putting the glass in soon. We don't have any shimmying, shaking. We drove it up to 65 miles an hour on the highway. No death wobble, no, it doesn't dart, it doesn't wander. Its road manners are incredible for a car with, you know, 8 to 10 pounds of air pressure in the tires. We had 0 overheating problems, and even with the high stall and the high gear with the powered transmission cooler, didn't have any problems with that. We were able to run the winch ran flawlessly. The exhaust on this is 2.5 inch. I am using an H pipe, and I'm running 18-inch Hush Power mufflers by Flowmaster, and they sound incredible. It is a process, it takes time, everything takes time, and finishing everything that we need to do to make this like finished, and it may never be finished, like really finished, because you're always kind of upgrading and doing maintenance and changing things, but I think it's going to be finished eventually. So what's going on with the Corvair? We got the paint touched up, then we took it up to Carter's Custom Upholstery in Cedar City, and it got the interior, the headliner done, and a couple of other interior things, the dash and the hinge cover and stuff. And then we're going to be bringing it down, put the glass in it. That's what's been going on behind the scenes. Oh yeah. Rudy, come and look at this. One of my favorite all-time reveals for a vehicle was Gymkhana 7, where Ken Block chained his Mustang up and did a 4-wheel burnout. So here's what we're gonna do. Step 1, we are going to chain the MORR up to a concrete wall. Step 2, we're gonna have Rudy with an axe cut the Matt's recovery rope, releasing the Corvair into the wild, where it will go out on the street, skirt, 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 drift, 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 more drift, 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 zoom through the town, just like on here. Really, we're probably gonna do it out in the desert where we won't go to jail. So step 3 was zoom, zoom. Step 4, we're gonna give you a walk around all the stats and particulars of the MORR. And step 5, we're going to lunch. There's this 1/2 inch plate. I want to use 1/2 inch, and there's a piece over there that's wider, 24 by 24 or something like that. Okay. I think that'll be good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna position so the car is here, and I'm gonna take off out the gate out there. That's the plan.
Freaking horrible idea.
Why?
Because I'm going to tear down the whole building.
It's pretty tough. I think it'll hold.
So we've got this big bolt right through the middle, the plate on the other side, and we've got these 4 bolts through. Steel reinforced concrete, cinder blocks, built in the 70s, real strong. Here, Lizzie, pull on that, let's see.
Pull on this, see if I can do it.
Ah, see, it holds Lizzie. Lizzie, let's grab, do you want to grab just a rope? That's all I need. Corvair, wall, rope, tight, smack.
And I'm here for moral support.
Hopefully the whole building doesn't come just like tumbling down.
Oh.
So Matt says the wall will hold the Corvair. I don't believe him.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna go just as planned.
So we're just gonna wing it?
We're just gonna wing it.
What you're looking at is a 1961 Chevrolet Corvair Lakewood Wagon 700 series. It's a mouthful, but that's what it was. So we put it out there that we needed a name for this, and several good ones came up. We put it to the team, we voted on it, we looked at what you guys had to say, and now there it is. MORR. The Matt's Off-Road Recovery Ver. MORR. I've been into Corvairs my whole life. I'm a Corvair nut through and through, but let me tell you a little bit more about this specific car. So as a youngster, I didn't even know they made Corvair wagons. We didn't have the internet. Nobody I knew had one. I've never seen one. And one day when I was driving with my parents through Veo, I saw a station wagon sitting on the side of the road. And I wanted it, but it was for sale for too much money for a 12-year-old kid. So I kept my eye on it over the years, and then one day it vanished. And I asked all my Corvair buddies in the area if they knew where it was. And finally somebody got back and said, it's in Parowan, Utah. So I didn't have any money to buy it, so I didn't pursue it. And then a couple of years later, I heard that it was in a classic car junkyard in a town called Paragouna. And I talked to my Corvair buddy, and he said, hey, I just bought that car for a couple $100. Do you want it? And I said, yes, I do. So that's where it came from. That was a 25 or 30. How long was that?
When you were 12?
I was 12.
And you're now 45.
And I got it when I was about 40. And Trevor did the math. It was 28 years I was hunting this car down. Now this car was not in great shape. The rockers were gone, the floor pans were gone, the hood was rusted out really bad, but the rest of the car was solid. So we actually didn't do any body work on this other than cut out all the rust and then replace it with the new chassis. It's a unit body construction. We have reinforced it heavily from the front bumper to the back bumper so that it can be used for recovery work. Because now it has an LS, a 5.3 LS out of 2003 Chevy Silverado, turbo 400 out of a late 80s Chevy truck. The axles are out of a 1990 Dodge diesel pickup. So Dana 70 in the rear, Dana 60 in the front, 5.13 gears at both ends. I have got the Yukon Detroit style locker in the front. In the back, I have the Spicer Power Lock, which is an amazing positive traction. Same locking systems that I run in the Jeep. Love them, no complaints. For front suspension, I'm running the ORI 12-inch homemade links. They're semi-triangulated in the front, and I have the full 12 inches of suspension travel in the front. In the rear, I've got long links. It's a double triangulated to a certain point. I have 14-inch shocks in the rear, and I've got about 13 inches of usable wheel travel back there. 2.5-inch stainless steel exhaust. I'm running the 18-inch Flowmaster Hush Power 2s. Tires, Milestar Patagonia. Why do I run the Milestar Patagonia? Because they are phenomenal sand tire, phenomenal desert tire. I don't have to deal with a lot of mud or snow. They do okay in that, but their strong point is desert, sand, gravel, and slick rock. And they are an amazing tire. How much does she weigh? That's the question on everybody's mind. Okay, so we're here at Interstate Rock, and we are gonna weigh the first official weigh-in of the Corvair. So Rudy, what do you got?
I'm gonna say 5,400 pounds.
I said 47.
Let's just go with an even 5.
5,000.
F.A.?
I'm gonna say Matt was lucky and it's 5,200. All right, you guys are taking all my guess. 5,100.
53.
$54.60. Did Rudy get it?
Win the bet.
I did. Well, now you know. We hit our target weight. How do you do that? What do you do with this hand when you do that? You put it in your pocket?
In your pocket?
You put it in your pocket. See, Tucker? Goes like this. Yes. So these seats are out of a 2000 XJ. Front and rear. The rear are heavily modified to work. The front ones are just reupholstered. We had Carter's Custom Upholstery out of Cedar City make these seats or redo the seats for us. He made the custom door panels, the custom dash, and installed this headliner. I got that from Clark's Corvair. Many of you have noticed that I have a permanently mounted winch on here. So I've got the Apex 12,000 pound winch, remote control, run it. I've got it spooled up with a Freedom winch line. This is one of the prototypes. We're kind of helping with some testing on that. It's an amazing product. I'm using the PSC Ram Assist. I'm using the Trail Gear Toyota steering box. And then the pump and reservoir and cooler are all PSC, and I couldn't be happier. The wagon windshield is unique in the Corvair family. It's taller than the sedans or the coupes or the convertibles. So we got this windshield shipped to us out of New York. It cost quite a bit of money to purchase it and have it shipped here, but it came in pristine condition. The local shop here, Jones Paint and Glass, they cut all this flat glass. It's laminated flat glass. The back hatch glass is factory. We had it buffed and polished and tinted. So when we were in Moab, we went wheeling with Colt, and he just said Corvair don't care when this thing started climbing over big obstacles. Corvair don't care. So I went ahead and stole his saying. I put it right on here. That is plagiarism right there, straight up. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching us build as much as we enjoyed doing it. We're gonna put it to work now, and thanks for watching. In a world where Corvairs are off-road recovery vehicles, and off-road recovery vehicles are Corvairs, one man stands alone with his machine.